DPS TeleClass.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Welcome to DPS TeleClass. Today I am going to take a new English lesson for you. Are you all ready for the lesson? So before starting the lesson, let's recite the dua. Student, look at these pictures. What are they? From these pictures we can see a boy, a house and a ball. Do you know what are they? They are nouns. So today I am going to take a lesson about nouns. Are you all ready? So let me share you the learning intention and success criteria of today's lesson. Today we are learning about forms of nouns. And the success criteria for today's lesson is you will be successful if you can classify the given nouns into the correct group and underline the nouns in the sentence and classify the nouns. These are the success criteria of today's lesson. Student, I know you all are very familiar with noun, right? Do you remember the definition of noun? A noun is a naming word. It can be a name of a person, place, or thing. Let me show you some examples. Girl, doctor, John, pen, tree, laptop, hotel, park, Dhuvaafaru. These all are names. So let's see whether these are a name of a person or a thing or place. So from the first example, girl, doctor and John are names of person. Pen, tree and laptop are names of things. Hotel, park and Dhuvaafaru are name of place. Let's recall about names of person. A noun can name a person by name. For example, Ali, Jawad, Aisha. These three examples are names of person. By these names we know it is a name. And a noun can name a kind of person. For example, teacher, man, sister. A noun can name a place. For example, Islamabad, India, Dhuvaafaru. A noun can also name a kind of a place. For example, park, classroom, and home. A noun can name a thing. For example, computer, bowl. A noun can name a kind of thing. For example, hamburger, jump rope, t-shirt. Student, I know you all are very familiar with names of people, places, and things. Now I am going to explain you about forms of noun. There are different types of noun. We are going to learn about 5 types of noun in today's lesson. They are proper noun, common noun, concrete noun, abstract noun, and collective noun. So I'm going to highlight all these 5 types of nouns to you, and I'm going to show you some examples also. So at first I'm going to explain you about proper nouns. Do you know what are proper nouns? I hope you have learned about proper nouns in grade 4 also. A proper noun is a special name of a particular person, place, or thing. If it is a proper noun, we know that it is for a special person or a place or a thing. Proper nouns are always capitalized. So it means you have to write the proper nouns using a capital letter. Let me show you some examples. Ravi, Sheila, and Akbar. Delhi, London, and Mali. These are proper nouns. We know that London is a special name. It is a name of a country, right? So now I am going to tell you about common nouns. A common noun is the general name of a person, place, or a thing. If it is a common noun, we don't know about whom we are referring because it is not specific, it is general. For example, girl, boy, sister, hospital, country, town. If we say hospital, we don't know which hospital is that, right? So these are some examples of common nouns. Let's do a small task. Here what you have to do is you have to identify the common nouns and proper nouns. I'm going to show you a list of nouns. Let's classify these nouns into common nouns and proper nouns. So here are the names: friend, Australia, Sony, Mary, television, and country. These are the names I have given. Let's classify these nouns into common nouns and proper nouns. Have you identified any common nouns from the list? Okay, let's see the answers. Friend. Friend is a common noun, right? When we say friend, we don't know who is that. But Mary is a proper noun. We know whom we are referring, right? And country. Country, is it a proper noun or a common noun? It is a common noun. And Australia is a proper noun. We know that. Which country is that? And television is a common noun. And Sony is a proper noun. Student, do you know a noun can be a concrete noun or abstract noun? Look at these pictures and tell me what is the difference between concrete and abstract noun? In the concrete noun, I have given some examples: flower, bicycles, key. And in abstract noun, I have given an example as idea. So what is the difference between these two types of noun? Let's see the difference between concrete and abstract noun. Concrete noun can be seen, heard, smelled, tasted, or touched. For example, rainbow, dogs, cat, house, leaves, bicycles. All these are concrete nouns. We can see the rainbow, we can touch the dog, we can touch the bicycles, right? So these are concrete nouns. An abstract noun is the name of a quality that person or things have, actions they take, or state they find themselves in. Abstract nouns are feelings. For example, happiness, sadness. Abstract nouns are ideas. For example, freedom, calm. Abstract nouns are qualities or characteristics. For example, beauty, greed. So I hope now you have understood the difference between concrete and abstract noun. All nouns fit into each of the categories. For example, supermarket is a common and concrete noun. Safeway is concrete and proper noun. So it means all the nouns fit into different categories, right? Now I am going to explain you about the last form of nouns that we are going to learn today. That is collective nouns. A collective noun is the name of a group or collection of similar persons. They are words that name groups, and collective nouns act like singular nouns. For example, bunch of flowers, flock of birds. These are some examples of collective nouns. From this picture you can see that a swarm of bees. From this picture we know that it is a group of bees, right? So that is collective nouns. Collective nouns means group. So now I'm going to introduce you some collective nouns for people. For example, a band of men, a group of dancers, a class of students. These are some examples of collective nouns for people. And from the pictures also you can see lots of collective nouns that can be used for people. For example, a patrol of policemen, a panel of experts, Now let's see some collective nouns which can be used for animals. Here are some examples. A flock of birds, a school of fish, a kennel of dogs. These are some collective nouns that you can use for animals. From the picture also you can see some more collective nouns like a leap of salmon, a plump of seals. These are some examples of collective nouns which can be used for animals. Now I am going to show you some examples of collective nouns which can be used for things. For example, a bunch of grapes, a cup of tea, a pack of chocolate. From the picture also you can see lots of collective nouns which can be used for food items and things. For example, a chest of drawers, a ball of wool, a fleet of ships. These are some collective nouns which can be used for name of the things, a group of things. Student, now it's the time for today's activity. Today I am going to assign you 3 different tasks. So I am going to explain you each task for you. Here is the task 1. You have to do this task in your English notebook. The task is you have to classify the given nouns into the correct groups. As you can see, I have given you some nouns and you have to classify the given nouns into the groups, correct group. You have to classify proper nouns, common nouns, concrete nouns, abstract noun and collective nouns from the above list I have given. So that is the task 1, and remember you have to complete task 1 in your English notebook. So now I am going to explain you task 2. This task also you have to complete in your English notebook. Here what you have to do is you have to underline the noun in each sentence and then you have to classify the noun. So here I have given 6 questions and the first question has been done for you. That is one example. By looking that example, you can do the rest of the 5 sentences. From the first example, you can see the children play with their toys. What are the nouns in this sentence? Children and toys, right? Play, is it a noun? No, it is a verb, right? So I have underlined the noun in that sentence and in a bracket I have written after classifying the noun. For example, children, it is a common noun. Toys, it is a common noun. Or you can write toys as a concrete noun. So you have to classify the nouns after underlining the nouns in the sentence. Have you understood how you have to do task 2? So now I'm going to explain you the last task you have to do in today's lesson. That activity you have to do in your English textbook, page 5. There are 3 questions in this page. Question number 3, 4 and 5. Students, so now I'm going to explain you the last task you have to do in today's lesson. That activity you have to do in your English textbook, page 5. There are 3 questions in this page. Question number 3, 4 and 5. This exercise is based on abstract noun. You have to identify the abstract noun in the sentence and you have to complete these 3 questions in page 5. And remember to take a clear picture of your task 1, task 2 and task 3 and send it to your class teacher. Students, let's recall today's lesson once again. I'm going to ask you some questions about what we have learned in today's lesson. Today we have learned about forms of nouns, right? So who can tell what is a noun? A noun is a name of a person, place or things. And what is a proper noun? A proper noun is a noun that names a specific person, place or thing. What is common noun? A common noun is a noun that names a general person, place or thing. Students, do you remember the definition of concrete noun? A concrete noun is a noun that can be seen, touched, heard, tasted or smelled. And what is abstract noun? A noun that is idea, quality and feelings that cannot be seen or touched. And what is the last type of noun we have learned today? Collective nouns. Do you remember the definition of collective noun? A collective noun is the name of a group or collection of similar persons. I hope you all remember about the forms of nouns we have learned today and the examples I have told you. Students, let's recall today's success criteria once again before ending today's lesson and see whether we have achieved it or not. Today our success criteria is classify the given nouns into the correct group and underline the nouns in the sentences and classify the noun. I hope you all have achieved today's success criteria. Students, now it's the time to conclude today's lesson. I hope you have learned something new from today's lesson. And please don't forget to complete the 3 tasks I have assigned for you. And remember that you have to complete the task 1 and 2 in your English notebook. And task 3 is you have to do from your textbook page 5. And remember to take a clear picture of all those tasks and send it to your class teacher. Thank you. Stay safe, stay home.
DPS TeleClass